Hello there, it's Alexa and my horse Loki. Today I'm going to show you what I think about the different kinds of bitless bridles. First one up is a Hackamore. The very bad thing about this one is that it comes with a curved chain. I do not approve of chains. So what I do is that I change it out with one of these. Another thing that is not so good about this one is that it is a lot of metal going around here. This bridle is very good for stopping, but not so good for steering. If you try to steer with this, you can see that it just bends upwards. And it will also put pressure right in, almost at this cheekbone. So, to not have that as a problem, you need to put on a lipstrap. And that is another thing that is not so good about a Hackamore. This, because this lip strap, it never comes with. And I don't even know if people know that you need to use a lip strap. So now that we have the lip strap on, this will not bend upwards like this, but give more pressure on this side instead. Also, it can be very strong with all this leverage. This is called a S Hackamore, and the regular Hackamore has more of these problems. It is more metal, it is stronger, it has a greater chance of turning upwards like this. Another thing that is not so good about this is that it's not very pretty. Especially the ones that you can buy in Norway, they have light brown leather, which you cannot fit with any kind of, like this color, and you cannot fit that with any kind of bridle with the same color, so it will look weird. The positive with this one is that when you pull the reins and you let go, it is instant release. That is very good and very important. And also the pressure goes straight on his nose. It goes like straight down here. I will show you in a few other bridles where the pressure goes more upwards and not straight on the nose. I think it is really important that pressure is straight on the nose. This bridle is rather stable on the head. It doesn't have to be very tight. You can see here, it isn't tight at all. And it, without turning around, it will not turn around even though it is loose fitted. And I think that is very good, and also improves with the release after you pull the reins. Another good thing is that it's very easy to come by. You can buy it at almost any kind of horse tack store. And a Hackamore is also legal to use in a lot of different competitions, except Dressage, which you have to have a bit. This is a Kapsun. Maybe it's called something else in English, I don't really know. But the reins are attached very far up on the nose. So if you pull the reins here, you can see that it goes very much upwards like this. You can't really ride with this, it's useless in my opinion. And there is some variations that is better than this one, but some of them are really strong because it has a chain as a chain noseband really. Here we have a rope halter with attached reins. These reins came with the halter, so I guess this is how you're supposed to use it. To me it is rather useless because it has the same problems as the last one, where the pressure goes upwards. My hands will be, I don't know, approximately here, and you can see the pressure goes upwards. You can put the reins here. That is a lot better. steering becomes a lot easier, and also stopping is quite easy with this. I think that a rope halter like this is too much pressure on a very small area, and you can always put on some padding and that would help. This is called a Sidepull. It works pretty much as a halter, and we'll just with rings here to attach the reins. The rein action will be upwards, which can be problematic, especially with the small horses. I find that it has to be rather tight fitting for it to be stable on the head. If it is not very tight, it is very easy that it will just turn around when you pull the reins. This one is not so necessary to have tight, because this noseband is very stiff. It is a wire that goes inside here, and it is leather braided around. It is very hard. It almost feels like, I don't know, it is really hard. So I would say this is very, very strong Sidepull. Pressure goes mostly just here on this side of his nose. I have a different one. This one with a much softer and wider noseband that will lie more around its entire face, but this also have to be more tight. When you can have this loose fitted, it has very good release. You pull the reins, it is pressure, and you release, and it is instant release. That is very good, but if you have to have a tight fit, then your horse won't notice that much how tight you pull the reins, I guess I could call it. So that is not so good, because you have to use more power on the reins. A few good things about this is that it's good for steering. So if you have a horse that is a little lazy maybe, and you don't have to have that much control of stopping, and this is really great. And also it's really good for beginners, or if you want to change from a bit to a bitless. This is good because it is almost like a halter, and your horse knows how to react in a halter. It is also quite easy to get, and also very easy to make your own. So that's good, and it comes in a lot of different styles, but often it is like this Western style, and if you don't want the light brown Western style, then it might be a little bit difficult, but I think it's okay. Now I'm just going to use this Sidepull to show you a different bridle called a BitlessBridle. Some people also call it a crossunder bridle or crossover bridle. It is the one bridle that goes here through the brow strap and in a cross underneath here, and out of this ring, and on the proper bridle you have a ring attached here that you attach your reins to. And the same obviously on the other side, goes through here. The bad things about this is approximately the same as the Sidepull. It has to be tight fitted, and the pressure is a little bit upwards, not as much as with the Sidepull, but that can still be a problem. Another thing that is really bad about this bridle is that it has delayed release from pressure. When I put on pressure here now, you can see it takes a little bit of time for it to get open. And especially if you do it a lot of times, like, you won't get it to open up fully again. That can be a really big problem with this one, but I know a lot of people are really happy with this, so it is one of the most popular bitless bridles. A few other things that is really good with this one is that it's good for stopping and steering, not just one or the other. It comes in a lot of different styles, from Western to English, driving, like anything. And there is a lot of knockoffs, so have to be a little bit picky, because leather, like I have here now, that doesn't really work very well. Leather doesn't work very well for this release problem, and with webbing or rope or something like that, it will be a lot better. Here we have something that looks like a Indian bosal or a Merroth BitlessBridle. Instead of having this go on the underside in the cross and up here, I don't know if you can see, up here, then it's just in a cross underneath and attached here. It is the same kind of problems with the other ones. It must be tight, maybe not that tight fitting, but a little bit tight fitted. Pressure will be a little upwards, but not as bad as the Sidepull or like a rope halter or something. I think the release of the pressure will be a little bit better than with a BitlessBridle, but it might still be a problem if you are really picky and need a instant release for pressure. That is entirely loose, and now it's not that good, but I guess it's all right, and it keeps this kind of pulley system keeps it a lot more stable than just to attach the rein here. This is good for stopping and steering, so that's really good, but the problem is that it is quite difficult to get a hold of. I know you can buy Indian bosals on eBay, but I haven't seen it anywhere else. There is one store in Norway that sells the Merroth, but I have no idea how that is in the rest of the world. This one is my personal favorite. I made this one myself, but it is called a Lightrider or a Scawbrig. Here we have, it looks a little bit like a Sidepull, but we have a webbing or a rope or something that goes from this ring and just underneath and out of the other ring on the other side. It looks exactly like this on this side, other side. I can see if I can turn his head a little bit, so you can see. I don't know if you can see, but it's just a piece of something, whatever you want to use. Or it is webbing in the original Lightrider and also in Scawbrig, I think, and that is because it gives release. Leather will not give the release this good. And as the only one, except for the Hackamores, this will also give pressure straight on the nose instead of upwards. Also the release is very good, and it can be loose fitting and still be stable on the head. I have been really surprised by that. Also, if I just have him attached to one of the sides, it stays really stable, so I am very happy with that. The original Lightrider comes in a lot of different styles. Western, English, also it comes in a rope halter, and you can buy only the noseband and attach your own bridle to it. But I think it is one of the newest BitlessBridles, so it is a little bit difficult to get. You can just buy it online, but I don't really know how the shipping is and all that kind of stuff. So I made my own, and if you want to make your own, you kind of have to be a little bit inventive. But this is my favorite, and I highly recommend this one. I will also recommend the Hackamore if you use the lipstrap and not a curb chain. If you want to ride bitless, you should try different kinds of bridles till you find one that is right for you and your horse. If you try one and it doesn't work, it doesn't mean that bitless doesn't work, it just means that that kind of bridle did not work for you. So I will highly recommend to try a lot of different ones, and maybe one is suitable for dressage and one is suitable for hacking. It also often is a good idea to mix it up a little bit. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and that's it.